Hi guys, welcome back. This is Rakesh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will see what is routing. This is a very important. Without routing, you cannot create any web project, right? So the basic definition, if I talk about the basic definition of routing, so routing it is just a collection of navigation path. You can navigate from one part to another. That is called routing. So let's move on. What is the basic definition of Angular router, right? So Angular router is a core part of the Angular platform. It enables developer to build single page application with multiple views and allow navigation between this view. That is called Angular router. Whenever we will use Angular router, you need to use you must use router outlet and set a path and navigation. These are the very important thing. So in this video, we will create a basic project and also we will apply Angular router. So first of all, the basic agenda of this video, I will just first of all, we will create a one basic project, and after that, I will apply Angular router. Now here you can see, first of all, I have already created some component. First is header, footer, my image, login, and store. So first of all, we will create header part, and after that we will create footer part, and in last I will create nav part, and then I will apply Angular router. So let's move on header part, header component. So now let's move on header.component.html. Inside this file, I will just use header tag. It is just a HTML tag, nothing Angular. And I will just write header name. Let's say welcome to code, welcome to code with Ranzer, right? This is my YouTube channel name. You can write any name, and I will apply CSS. I will just create CSS class. Let's say header, and after that let's move on header.component.css. Just apply some CSS properties on header part. So let's apply, first of all, let's apply background color. So background color I want to apply in RGB. So in red I want to say let's set 31, and green also 31, and inside blue 38 is enough, right? And after that I will apply padding also 30 px is enough, and text align center, and font size let's say 30 px is enough, right? And color also my favorite color is red, and after that I will save this file. Now let's move on browser. Now header part is complete. This is very good. And let's move on. Let's create a footer part. Let's move on footer component. And inside this footer component.html, first of all, I will just use footer tag. Is just HTML tag. Don't worry. And I will just here. I will just write here footer name. Let's say copyright. Copyright. You can write anything. And I will just apply. I will just create footer for apply some CSS properties. Let's move on footer.component.css and just footer. I will just apply, let's say, background color. I also use same thing. Red color is 31 and green is 31, and also blue is 138, right? Padding, you can set padding, let's say padding 10 px is enough. Text align center, and position I want to position fix, and the bottom 0%, right? Let me save this file. Let's move on browser. Okay, this is looking very bad, and also I want to use, we have to use width 100%, and also I want to use color with color, right? And let me save this file. Now let's move on browser. Now this is looking very good. So header part is complete and footer part is completed, right? And after that, let's move on app.component.html. Now here you can see this is a custom tag of uh, header component, and this is a footer custom tag for footer component, right? So between this custom tag I will just use some HTML tag, let's say section, right? So section is just HTML tag, and inside this section I will just apply, I will just use a nav, and inside this nav I will just use an order list, and just use this item. Inside this list item, just use a button, and you can write a button name, let's say my login, because we have already created a component, my login, my store, my emails, right? So it will navigate data from one part to another part, right? Copy this file. Now let's change this button name, let's say image, right? And my store, you can write any name, and after that let's save this file. Now let's move on. Now this is looking very bad. Need to apply some CSS properties. I want to apply I want to change this body color, background color, change this body color user interface. Whenever we will change the body color, background color of body on user interface, so first of all we have to go inside the style.css, the global CSS file, right? And I will just apply uh, body. Here I will write body. Inside this body I will just use a CSS properties body background color, and anti white body color. Let me save this file. You can use any background color. Now this is looking very good, and let's apply CSS properties on nav tag, right? So I will just use, I'll just create a CSS class, and here I will just write here nav, and after that I will apply some CSS. So let's move on app.component.css. Now here I will just use nav. Inside this nav I will just use CSS properties float. You want to set left, right, none, so I want to set left side, and after that I will just set width 30% enough, and height is 300, 400, 300 is perfect, right? And you can apply padding, say padding 20 px is enough, right? And let me save this file. Okay, this is perfect, but I want to see we use some gap between button. You can use a bootstrap class, because we have already installed bootstrap in our project, so you can use btn primary. Primary is primary. Okay, copy this and apply on another button. You can apply easily if you have installed Bootstrap. So let me save this file. Now let's break between button tag, and now here you can see this is perfect, right? And let me use another tag. Let's say you can use let's say suppose that article, right? You can use any article inside this article tag. Let's and just use it for demo purpose. Lorem, lorem, lorem 50 enough. And you can see let me save this file. Now here you can see this is now looking okay. So let me apply some css on article tag. So just apply css class, right here, article. Let me copy this class name and let's move on app.component.css. Just paste and apply some css. You can apply, let's say, float, because we have already set float left side or left, and you can set right side of this article. And also I want to use padding 20 px and weight 20% is enough, and height you can write you can use the same 300 px, right? Save this file. Now let's, this is perfect, very good. So this is just demo purpose. We can remove from here. So let me remove this lorem, and now come to the main point, how we can use Angular router, right? So we have three components. First is image, second is login, and third is store, right? So first of all, Angular provide app routing.module.ts separate file, right? Inside this file, we when we will create a new Angular project, it will ask, would you like to add Angular router? If you will press yes, then it will automatically install Angular router, right? So now inside this file, I will show you. Okay. So first of all, we have to import component, right? So I will just import uh, let's say my login component, right? So I will import login component, my login component, and after that I will create object, and inside this object I will just write here simply path. You can write here path name, let's say login. You can write any name, and after that I will apply this path on my login component, right? My login component, and similar thing I will also apply. I will also import uh, my store component. Let's say my store component, store, and same thing I will set a path of this component, let's say store. You can write any name, and after that I will apply on this component my store. sorry, my store component, right? And we have three components. First is login, second is store, and third is image. Last one is image. I will import. This is a very simple thing how to use Angular router. So I will just use my image path, my image. Also, I will just use here, and again I will just set path this component. Its path name is image, right? Image. After that, I will apply on image component, my image component. Let me save this file, and after that, this path name also we will use inside app.component.html with the help of router link, because Angular provide router link. This is navigate data from one part to another part, right? This is a very powerful features of Angular router. So I'll just use here, I'll just write router link, right? And router link, and I will just set a proper path name login. Similar thing I will just apply on another button. Let me image. You must remember the path name also will same, right? And router, sorry, I will just copy, and here I will write here store, right? And I will save this file. Now let's move on browser. Now here, whenever we will click on this button, my login, now here you can see. So first of all, whenever we will click on this button, my login, now here you can see the login component is navigating. Here you can see localhost 5000 /. And whenever click on image, now here you can see image component is navigating. And the last thing is how we can use, what is the advantage of router outlet, right? So router outlet also will also use for displaying the router data, right? So how we can use, so first of all let me use some content inside my login functionality, login component. So inside, let's move on my login component.html. So you can use any name, any content. So let's take some example on bootstrap, because we have already installed bootstrap. You can install easily bootstrap. And let me search a form, and inside this form there are a lot of forms example. Also I will copy this code, and now let's paste on login.component.html, right? After that, let me change this let me move on user interface. Now here, whenever we will click on this button, now here you can see the data is not displaying. So behind the scene, first of all we have to use a router outlet, right? Router out, sorry, router outlet, right? And I will save this file. Now let's move on. Data is displaying. So let me decrease this width of this form. Mm, Input, we can use inline CSS with the help of style, and width we can use with 50%. 50% is enough. Okay, that's great. And I will copy this. Now let's paste on password input field, right? So this is perfect. Whenever click on this button image, so because we don't have any data inside image component. And let me use image. So first of all, let's use a card, bootstrap card, because bootstrap provide a lot of component. Card. There is card. Back card. Search card. Where is card? Where is card? Okay. Anyway, you can use any content, because let's say we have one image URL. So let me use this URL for demo purpose. Let me just use SRC and use interpolation and write here image, right? And after that I will save this file. Now let's move on browser. Now here you can see the image is displaying. Whenever click on this button, my login, so the login data is displaying. And whenever click on this my image, the image is displaying. So this is a very basic thing. You can apply, you can use inside my store. Let's say just using inside my store. Let's say uh, my store component. Where is my store component? Okay, here you can see, you can use, you can write here s1 tag, no data available, no data available, right? And let me check, no data available. Okay, so working is very fine. So this is a very simple way how we can use Angular router. So first of all, we have to set a path. First of all, we have to import component, and after that we will set a path. So it's a very simple way. Angular router is a very large topic. We cannot learn in one video. So in next video, we will see what is lazy loading and what is wildcard. So thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel. And if still you have any questions, so please put on my comment box. Thank you so much. Thanks.